If you've ever lost someone or something important to you, you'll understand the hard mental and even physical pain that comes from it. The biggest time for me was when I was 7 years old. On November 4th, 2018, my dad passed away from brain cancer. He was an amazing person and made anyone smile just by being in the room, and his death was very difficult for our family. My mom suddenly had to do everything two parents would have had to do: cooking, taking us to school, keeping us entertained by herself, all while she was grieving the loss of her husband. And my sister and I, we didn't have our dad. It felt like going on a walk, and all of a sudden, these tall walls fall all around you. You can't move forward, and going back is impossible and very painful. We were stuck. It took a long time, but eventually those walls crumbled down. And today, I'm going to teach you how to make the process of breaking those walls easier. First, you need to remember to stay healthy, because even when bad things happen, it's easy to hide away and pretend they didn't. You need to get up, eat healthy, exercise, try to stay calm, and not get angry and push everyone away. So maybe that could be going to the gym once or twice a week, going for a walk in the morning, coming up with a meal plan, or breathing exercises. So I'm going to ask everyone to stand up. Focus on your breath, and breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. You can repeat these steps as much as you need, and you can also sit down. But this is called box breathing, and it is a very good way to ground yourself and calm you down if you're stressed. And it can help you with focus, increasing mental clarity, and improving your future reactions to stress. So if you're sitting in the audience of a TED Talk, at home, if you're in your office, or just stressed out in any way, this is a really good tool to add to your mental health toolbox. And another very important thing to do is to talk to someone you trust. This person can be a friend, a family member, or a therapist. Because even when things are hard, if you push people away, it's not going to make it any easier. Because when my dad first passed, everyone was really sad. But I went to school a couple days later, and all my friends who had grown up with us were there. And we talked about the time we went to the zoo, and then we got ice cream and ate pretzels. We just talked about all those stories, and it made everything a little easier. So if you or someone you know is struggling, and if they're ready, this could be a great way to help them relax and feel a little bit more comfortable with the situation. Another solution, if you're struggling and pushing people away, would be therapy. Grief therapy specifically can help you adjust to your life without your loved one, and it can give you a safe space to grieve. It can also address complicated grief reactions, such as other mental health problems, and it can help you deal with your difficult emotions. Studies have found that as you start to deal with your difficult emotions better, your prefrontal cortex, which is the red part there, changes. So it's very important to bring people closer, and it will just make everything a little easier and make your whole experience with the loss less painful, because pushing people away does not help. It's also very important to stay hopeful. See the world as a glass half full instead of a glass half empty. Try to see the bright side in everything. Because when I was at a barn one day, tacking up a horse for someone, and they came over and we started talking, and then the question that always comes up, what do your parents do for work? And I usually say, my mom's studying to be a librarian, or stuff like that. And then what about your dad? And then I say, he passed. But this situation was different. Usually they're oh, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to bring this up. This lady was I've also lost my husband, and I understand the feeling. And I think that you don't really move on, you move forward. And those words, she said, have stuck with me for a really long time. Because I realized the moment that I moved forward was when I was able to look at what me and my dad did together and smile instead of that's it, it's over, I'm never gonna see him again, and I could only feel anger and pain and denial But now I can look back and think of all the time we had together happily instead of the pain that came from it. And I can think now, if he's gone, I'm going to make sure I remember him. So it's important to think of like ways to calm down, take care of yourself, bring people closer, don't push them away because that makes everything harder. And try and stay healthy and try and remember the time you had with this person happily. And I hope I was able to give you some useful tips and tools to make any experience that you're struggling with a little bit easier. And thank you.